Look at that. What a view. You've got the Liver buildings. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our third behind closed doors assembly. We're on location today. We'll tell you where in a minute. We've got a big wheel over there, as you can see. And then if you keep on going, you can see the Welsh Hills in the distance. Beautiful views. And then if we go over here, there's our next door neighbour, the Anglican Cathedral. Let's head next door. Even better views out towards North Wales there. Good morning, everybody, again. Here we are on location, and we're actually in the new Year 6 classrooms, because over the past few weeks we've been working hard on them, putting new flooring down, and they're nearly ready. We're waiting for the tables, and we're waiting for a few other bits and pieces. The interactive whiteboards are going to go on the walls there. This, I always forget whose classroom is which. I think it might be Miss Moore's classroom. So today, last week we looked at home learning. We've had some fantastic home learning stuff in again, and I'll talk about that in a while. It's really tough this week, and a couple of very good ones that came in really late. Now, this week, this assembly is going out to all of our children again, but it's also going out to our new reception children. And I do feel a bit sorry for them, because normally at this time of year, we're doing lots of things for them. So they come in and have 2 mornings with us, where the mums go and the dads go and have a cup of coffee with our Lipper friends, and a different day where we go over to Big Lipper and have a Big Lipper day. And there's also an event for parents where they come in the evening and find out all about the school, they pick up the forms, and it works really well. But this year, unfortunately, none of it's happened. But I know Miss Sutton and the early years team have done a great job in getting lots of information out, supporting the parents, and hopefully making things as smooth as possible for when the children come in September, because we're all back in September. Now, but what I thought we'd do today is just explain a little bit more about Lipper Primary School for the new children. Now, we've got 52 new children, 2 lots of 26. 21 of them already know about our school because they are siblings, brothers or sisters of children who are already here, and they know all about us already. But still, in September, they're still going to be a bit nervous too. And what I usually do before the parents' assembly, where we have all the mums and dads in of the new children, I speak to the whole school and I basically say, look, I've got to tell all these new mums and dads about Lipper Primary School, what do I say? And it's really good, because the children come up with all these ideas. Mr. Park, you've got to say this, you've got to say that, tell them about this, tell them about that. Can't do it this year. So what I did is I found my notes that I made from the assembly last year. So even though it's 12 months ago, I think these messages from the children are still true. So all those new children out there who are excited about starting with us, and lots of you have met you already, these are what the children at Lipper Primary School already want to say to you. Okay, first of all, we asked them to think of words or phrases about our school. And this is what my notes said for last year. Number 1, they said it's about being happy, that it's a happy place. I'm glad they said that. But they also said that you've got to work hard. That's true too. They also said this school helps you to be confident. Now that one I'm really pleased at too, because something that Mrs. Lucas and I are doing at the moment is reading through every single school report, 300 of them, and writing our comments, and it's been great to do that. And I love reading that word confident. I also enjoy reading the word resilient. We love that word here, resilient. It means that if you get something wrong, and whenever you do something, it always goes wrong, or it often goes wrong, that you stop, you think what went wrong, and then you do it even better. We love the word resilient. What else did they say? They said it's different. And I asked them about that. Well, what do you mean different? And they said lots of different people, lots of different teachers, lots of different languages, lots of different skills. And I think they're spot on. They also said, they also talked about the word role model. And they all said that that is what they want to be for other children. And that made me pleased as well. Going back to the school reports, I've read that phrase, role model, so many times. And it's great. Other things. They talked about, make sure you tell them about project-based learning. Now, we love our projects. The teachers are now really thinking about projects for next year. So in year 3, they're thinking, should we change them? Should we make them better? In year 6, the teachers are thinking, what should we do? Brand new year 6. They told me to tell you about music and all the different music that we do. One-to-one music, piano, singing in the classrooms. Music is a big part of our school. They told me to tell you about the teachers and how good the teachers are. And let me tell you a little story, because we've got all of our new teachers and teaching assistants ready for September. And when you do an interview, you ask all the questions, and at the end, you say to the person, have you got any questions? And one of our teachers asked me the question, Mr. Parker, what are you most proud about Lippe Primary School? I thought, wow, that's a really good question. And she got the job. And my answer was 2 things, the children and the staff. Also, they told me to tell you about the extras. So I said, what do you mean by extras? And they said, well, it's about people who come into our school or help us or the places that we go to. Now, we're very lucky that our school is in L1 7BT, and we can walk anywhere, there's so many nice things. But they also talked about the people who come in and talk to us, people like Jane, our artist in residence, who comes in and helps us with things like that, Jamie and all of the music team, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So if you were here, I'd be talking to you in our hall downstairs, telling you all of these things. So hopefully, alongside what Miss Sutton has sent through and Miss Coyle and the other teachers, that helps a little bit. And one more thing, you will be fine on that first day. Because sometimes it's the mums and dads who are more upset than the children. Okay, we've got prize winners this week. Thank you again, home learning, spot on. First winner is Jaden in Strawberry Fields. Now Jaden has been working on a newspaper, and each day he's been doing different articles. And the one that really stood out for me was a report that he did on the Merseyside derby. It was a fictional Merseyside derby, but unfortunately for me, it had an all too familiar end. I read through the report. Jaden's a fantastic footballer. He plays on my football team. Good goalkeeper. Liverpool 2, Everton 0. The scorers were Salah and Mane. And it was just so well written, so clear. It captivated me, even though I didn't enjoy the score. This week's 5 questions are all about history. So linked to Jaden's award, here's question 1. And remember, tweet your answers to these. The first 2 with 5 correct answers gets a book package. Well done to those people who got them last week. Hopefully you've had your packages. So linked to Jaden and the Merseyside derby. What year was the first ever Merseyside derby, Liverpool v Everton, and what was the score? Okay. Well done, Mila, in year 3, Liverbirds. You're our second person. And she made a really interesting point, because she said that she loves story writing, but sometimes she gets a bit carried away with it. And if you get carried away with it, the punctuation goes a bit funny. So, I love this. She kind of thought, hold on a minute, I'm just going to concentrate on punctuation. She did some really, really good punctuation work, shared it with us, and also, linked to that, did some really, really clever writing about the princess. And I think the work that she did on the punctuation helped to make that even better. So well done, Mila, in the line of birds. And we all know that princesses live in castles, especially in fairy tales. And there's a castle not so far from here, it's about an hour away, called Beeston Castle. That when I was at school, we used to go to Beeston Castle, and I've taken children there as well. And my question too is, linked to Beeston Castle, it was built by an earl called Ranulph, around about 1220. My question is, which city was he the Earl of? That's question 2. Well done, Alice Penny Lane. You're our next winner. Loved what Alice did. She did some written work and also some artwork around the planets. So some information writing, but she actually made them, and it showed which order they go in and where the sun goes and that sort of thing as well. Really, really creative. Question 3, historical question linked to the planets, is Neptune is one of the planets. It was discovered in 1846 by an English astronomer called... Who? That's the question. Who discovered Neptune in 1846? Let's have a little look around this classroom. Follow me. So, not sure what this is for. The men who are doing the flooring, they're hopefully finishing off today. Come on. Interactive whiteboard, I believe the teachers want it about here. Tables, the teacher tables are here, but we can't put anything in the classrooms until the flooring's done. Over here. All of your artwork that you do, written work, maths working wall. Now all of the boards are downstairs, they've arrived. But again, we can't put them up until the flooring's done. Okay, well done, Victor. Year 5, Hope Street. Victor loves his maths. He really loves his maths. And I was looking at the maths that he sent through yesterday, I think it was. It was all about angles, it was about triangles, and that impressed me. But what really impressed me was how he explained his answers. Very clear. Again, when you're doing maths, it's easy to get carried away. And we notice as teachers, often children can do the maths, but sometimes make a crazy mistake because they didn't check their answers. But Victor, spot on. Here's the question 4, historical linked to maths. Which famous mathematician was born in Sicily around about 287 BC? That's question 4. So that means that we've got one more person. And that's Maddie in Year 1, Starfish. Now Maddie's mum sent through some lovely photos of Maddie really hard at work and showing us the work that she's done. A bit like Mila in Year 3 before, working on punctuation and missing words, so having to carefully read a sentence independently and drop in and spell the right word and check the punctuation. And then she wrote this lovely piece about plants where she had to create a brand new plant and use lots of interesting words to describe this brand new plant. Loved it, spot on, Maddie. Now, here's the last question. It's all to do with the oceans. So, one of the largest underwater trench in the world is called the Mariana Trench, and it's near the Philippines. So it's about 600 kilometres long, and its widest part it's about 40 kilometres wide, I believe. And I even read something yesterday that if you picked up Mount Everest, I'm not sure how you do that, and you dropped it into the Mariana Trench, which is at the bottom of the sea, it would go all the way in. It's that deep. So at the bottom of the sea, the Mariana Trench, and in recent years, what they've been trying to do is find out what's at the bottom of it, because there are some life forms and fish that live right at the bottom of it. Imagine how dark it is down there. But it was only discovered in 1875. Okay? What I want to know was, what was the name of the boat? It was HMS something. HMS something. What was the name of the boat that discovered the Mariana Trench near the Philippines? So that's our 5 questions. Let me go through them again. So linked to Jaden's work, what was the year of the first Merseyside derby and what was the score? Linked to Mila's work, Beeston Castle was built by Ranulph in the 1220s. Where was he the Earl of? What city? Number 3, linked to Alice's work. Neptune was discovered in 1846. By who? Victor's work. Which famous mathematician was born in Sicily in 287 BC? And last of all, Maddie, Year 1 Starfish, the Mariana Trench, underwater, deep. What was the name of the boat that discovered it? Okay, we're at the end of our 3rd assembly. We've got another one next week, and we're going to do another special one on the very last day, which is Tuesday the 21st of July. Please keep sending in your work. It really is great to see it. Hope everyone's happy, hope everyone's safe, and we're so looking forward to seeing you all in September. Take care, everybody. Bye.